Hi friends, welcome back to my platform TechW3 Wave. So first let me quick review the last session. In the last session we learned how to send contact ID to external system and after response the data display through the anonymous window. So not created a Lightning Web component. Today I will create a Lightning component and instead of the anonymous window I will send the contact ID from LWC component to external system, and after return the data from the external system I will display value in the LWC component. So this is my previous session date 8. Here yesterday we discussed how to get URL, client ID and client secret to sync Salesforce data to external system. Yesterday we covered Apex class method, that is a post method, and here also created a name credential to store the domain name and URL, and this is a key ID, this is a name. So yesterday I covered how to pass data of contact record ID to get the return value from the external system, not created a LWC component. So now let's go by today. This is a today class master class day 9. Today I will create a LWC component. In the LWC component I will create one input field. Here in the input field, once I pass the contact ID and click the button send contact to API, that means here I will send to contact record ID to API, and API return the value that I am sending, and returning data will display in the table format below the button in the LWC component. So today I will cover how to pass contact record ID to external system. Once external system status codes return 201 or 200, then I will store the returning value. A returning value will display into the LWC component here. After that I will cover display loading message before returning response value in LWC. So once if I click the button before returning the value, I will display here loading message. That means it's not returning. After returning the value, loading message automatically hide and the proper detail will display here. So here we'll cover two type of the, actually this is both are part of same. So I will cover once click the button, I will send the record ID and REST API integration will return value, and that return value I will display in the LWC component. Before return the value I will display loading message. Once returned successfully, then I will hide the loading message. So this scenario will cover by today. So friends, got the function how does
Yes,
cover
sir.
it by today? Got you?
Yes, sir.
Rachna and Vivek got the scenario what I am covering by today.
No. Yes, sir. We have returned and we are displaying in the table format. After that, what we are doing?
Yes. First of all, we pass the record ID of contact. Once click on the button, this ID will send to the external API. Once API gets a status success 201 or 202, 201 or 200, then that means it will return true, and API return value that I am passing. So API return value I will display in the component returning value. So before returning I will display a loading message. Once return success, then I will add the loading message. Okay. So now let me go to the Visual Studio Code. Let me create a live demo project. So first of all, let me go on the LWC training. This is a LWC training LWC controller they are using in the previous session. So here you can see in the previous session I started start external REST API integration. So based on this account ID, first I write SQL query. Then this is a field name of the contact. Based on this ID, I am sending the data. That means I am sending the contact data to the external API. If you are using external API, few things are mandatory. like here you can see this is a method name, here applying post, this is a HTTP response, this is HTTP, this is HTTP request, this is a structure actually. If you working on the REST API integration, this is a structure. This is HTTP request. Here we need to pass the external API URL. Then this is a method. Here I am covering the post method. This is a header. Header is a common for all of function of the API, content type, application, JSON. Then here I am passing a key. This is a key. It is a mandatory. This is a key. This is a secret key. So it will help to sync each other of my Salesforce and external system. Then here I am passing a data set body. So before set the body, I am creating a map. Inside the map, I am passing a data. This is a key. This is a value. So this is a name of the data. I am passing a value in map. So map always exists key and value. So this is a map key and this is a value. Value I am passing the contact first name and last name as a name, and email. This is a contact email. This is a contact phone, and this is a job. You can pass a custom data as well. So here I am passing a key as a job and data as a Salesforce developer. Then here I am sending the data that I created. This map I am sending inside the body JSON.serialize. This is a body data. That means this is a variable. This variable I am passing. After that, I am getting the response. So here I created HTTP response. This is a variable response, that h.send. That means h coming from here, http.send, and here I am passing the request holding all of things, header, body, endpoint, all of things hold this request. So in the response I am passing request. After that, I am checking the status. If a status code, this is a predefined function to get the status of the API. So this is a variable integer. This variable store the status. Response to get a status code. It will return get a status code. It will check before get the response of the API. Here I am checking if response to get a status 200. Get a status 201. That means if return 200 and 201, then that means my API working good. So if it's return 200 201, then it will go inside the if condition, and inside the if condition I am getting the response. That means here I am using a string and object type of the mapping, and here I am getting a response. JSON, deserialize and type. Here I am passing a response or get body. It is also a function to get the response. So response coming from here response, HTTP response. This response dot get body, it is a function. So it will return the response value, and here I am checking status code, and here I am checking a response ID, and this is a external customer ID. This is a field there I creating in the contact. You can check in the contact, open a record, any record, open contact. This is for opening this one. So this is a external customer ID. This is a custom fields I created. So response ID I am passing in the contact and saving here in the this is updated. So this ID, this one, response ID I am updating. Now let me open the developer console and let me execute once again so that you will get clearly. So now let's open execute anonymous window. This is my method. My method name is training LWC controller. So first name copy. This is my controller. This is my name of method. This is my method name, and this is a ID because in the parameter I am passing a contact ID. So contact ID, that means this one. Every time it will return a new ID. So here I am passing ID, and if you select and execute highlighted, it will return ID. So you can see this is a newly one. Go to debug only. You can see status quo is returned 201, and here I am passing data. These are the detail. It's returned API response data. These are the data I am passing. So this is a for all of data passing here. It is a returning data 201, you can see, and status code, it will reflect on the Salesforce. Refresh. Before it is a 104, currently it is a 825. Here you will also check. Actually data is too long, but if you want to check the status that I am returning currently, so here you can check status code, system status code. Actually data is too long. Status code, you can see status code 201. Yeah, status code, that means if it's returning if we returning 201, yeah, 200, that means it's working good. Okay, and every time it return this one. If you system.debug this one, system.debug, if I system.debug this string, this ID will pass the data into the Salesforce. The support, save, deploy to code. So I am getting data that is returning of external API. So if I debugging once again, response ID, it will return. Now let me refresh, close all of files, debug, execute once again. You can see response ID is return 653. This one 653. Response ID is return 653. Data is too long, but here I am not able to check. But here you can see response ID return 653. If you checking the contact, before it is a 677, if you refresh the contact, it will automatically update current one 653, and also you can see 653. So yesterday I covered from how to update contact record through anonymous window. Same things I will do today in LWC component. So I will pass here you can see I am passing data through anonymous window. Here I am passing data as an anonymous window. Same things I will pass from LWC component and returning data. That means all of things, these are the returning data. These are the returning data. Email this one, job this one, name this one, phone this one. These are the returning data. So these are returning data. I will display in the LWC component. Okay, Rachna and Vivek.
Yes, sir.
Got it? So currently I am displaying on the system.debug. Now I will display this returning data into the LWC component. So first, this is my component, training API post callout. I already created training API post callout. This is my component. This is a JavaScript. This is a Apex controller. So in the LWC component, first I will create a input field. SLSP around medium. Class equal to SLDS. Grid SLDS wrap div class SLDS call SLDS size 6 of 12. Then here I will create a lightning input field. Label contact ID and name contact ID on change handle change. Okay, after this one, here I will create another one div SLDS text align left lightning here I am creating a button. Lightning button label submit variant brand on click submit action. So first I create a button. Now let me deploy the code. It's refreshing. Code deploy successfully. Now let me call this component on app. Master class app. Here I will call this component. So my component name is training API post callout. Training API post. This is my component. Simply select, drag and drop here. So now it's good. I need give a space between input field and button. SLDS M top large deployed to code. Okay, so my component completed. Now work on the JavaScript part. Once click on the button, I will pass data, send data to API. You can check send contact ID to API. Send contact ID to API. Okay. Okay. Vivek and Rachna, any confusion how to create a component, button, input field?
No.
Okay,
No.
fine. Now let me go on the JavaScript part. So first I will call the method. So now actually if you want to display return value of the API into the LWC component, process is first of all we need to store the value. So how to store the value that is returning from the API? I will create a wrapper class. In the wrapper class I will store the value. Okay. So first of all in the Apex class controller, here I will create a wrapper class. So keep in mind always, wrapper class not create inside the method. Wrapper class always create outside the method. So create a wrapper class public class. Write the name of the wrapper class. Here I am returning contact data. So here I am using contact wrapper. Okay, this is the name of the wrapper. This wrapper class I am using inside the LWC component. So starting create a variable starting from the aura enable. Public string name. This is a first. Here I will display contact first name and last name. Both first name last name I will store in that name. Then email. This is a field of the wrapper. Email. This is a phone. Actually you need to check. I am sending data name, email, phone, job and ID. That means ID, response ID. This one, response ID, this one. So I need to create response ID field as well so that I can display. So name, email, phone, then job, this one. Then create another one field in wrapper class for response ID. This one. Response ID will display in the LWC component. So this is a wrapper class. And yesterday I not returning anything because I call into the anonymous window. Today I will return value. So instead of the void I will call this wrapper class. So here I will return wrapper data, this one. So I am here returning wrapper that I created right now. This wrapper I am returning in this method. So here after if condition, inside the if condition I will create here, this is a field where I am updating the response ID. After this update I will create a instance. First I will create an instance so that I will add the value. So instance I create for wrapper before if condition. First I creating a instance of the wrapper. Okay, so this is a wrapper and one by one I will add all of the value inside this wrapper. So after update here wrap dot use the wrap field name. This name, it is a wrapper field name, and here I will assign the value equal to. How to assign the value? I will get data from here. You can see developer console. This is a data. Here you can see. Let's suppose this is a key, this is a value. This is a name, this is a value. This is a job key, this is a value. So this is a actually this data returning as a JSON format, but I will use as a key and value. So this is a key, this is a value. So this is a data I want to display in the LWC component. So how to get this data? Let's suppose I want to get data email. So process are same. First use string and data display from this. Actually data I am passing in this string map.
Dot
So I
get
will
the
get data from
name.
this one. Dot get, and one by one I will get. Actually this is a key, this is a key, this is a value, this is a key, this is a value I am passing in the map. So this is a name, name return first name and last name both, because here I am passing first name and last name, first name and last name, then email. So similarly here I am assigning the value inside the wrapper. Copy name, email, and value will pass. I will get the value email. This is a key. Then phone, and phone, then job, and another one is right. I want to get the response ID. So response ID, this one, response ID, this is a field of the wrapper. Response ID will get ID, this one. Okay, so first I get the value from the response from JSON, and here I am assigning the value inside the wrapper, and this wrapper I will return. So return, here I return value.
So wrapper where we will use, sir?
Okay. Yes, Rachna?
Yes.
This is a wrapper. Actually first I create a wrapper class here. This wrapper I is returning in the method. So I
Yeah, we
assigning
will
the
be
value.
using in the LWC, right?
Yes, first I completed
Okay.
first I will complete Apex class method, then I will display that value into the LWC component.
Okay.
So this is a wrapper, and here I am assigning all of the value inside this wrapper. Then I will return wrapper. So return after this if condition, because this is if condition. After this is if condition, here I will return, because I created an instance outside of the if condition. This is a wrapper class I created outside the if condition. So I will return the data after the if condition. This is a if condition, this is else condition, here I am returning. Okay, now let me save and deploy to code. Yes, you can see my code deploy successfully, and now let me go JavaScript part. First I will import the method. The name of the method is service post data. So go to JavaScript and import from @Salesforce. The name of the controller. This is the name of the controller. No, before controller use Apex. The name of the controller dot method name. Okay. So Vivek and Rachna got how to create a wrapper class, how to assign the value in wrapper class.
Yes, sir.
Rachna, you got?
Yes, 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 yes,
Okay.
yes. Teacher.
So first, after create a method, deploy the code. First, I am calling the method into the JavaScript. Okay. So I call JavaScript. I call the method inside the JavaScript. That means I importing the method. So I imported. So first of all, I will get the current value of the input field so that I will pass. So this is a handle change. So first I will get the current input field value. So this is a handle change function. So first create a method, create a variable. Let's suppose cone ID and error. Here I will store the error and check if event. Similarly, as you know, first I will check condition if event.target.name double equal to, here it is only one input field, do not use if and else condition. It will check name, then assign the value. Here I will assign the value here, contact ID. This dot contact ID equal to event.target.value. That's it. So first I store the current input value inside this variable so that I will pass. So I store the value, then we click on the button. So how to pass the data? Once click on the button. So now create a function on click. Okay. Event. So here you can see method, there is a one parameter apply, contact ID. So first of all I will call this method. Inside this method I pass the parameter. This is a parameter and here this is a parameter. This is a parameter of the method. Here I will pass the current ID of the input field. So here I am storing the value, current ID of the input field, this dot con ID. After that use then and here use result arrow function, then error, catch, error. So error, store the error. This is a variable. If any kind of error occur, I will store the error value inside this variable. This dot error equal to error dot body dot message. Use console.log. Then error, custom error. This dot error. Okay, and here I will store the data that is returning from API. So result, this is a result. So create here at the track variable. Track, let's suppose I will contact data. Okay, and you can use response data because here I am storing response data. Response data I will store inside the variable. So use response response data equal to result. You can use console.log before pass to component. Let me check the data in the console. So you can use response data. It will return as a object. So I will check data inside the object. Use json.stringify. And pass this response data. Save and deploy to code. Okay, deploy successfully. Now go to Salesforce, refresh, open any of the contact. Let's suppose I am opening this one, Mohan one. This is a contact record. Copy the ID of the contact, open, and here I want to pass its display wrong because function not working. Now let's check why not. TRGET, name it contact ID. This is a contact ID, NAME. Why not event.target.name equal to this one? So this is contact event.target.value. I am storing data. Okay, why not? Why displaying error? Now it's fine. Let's maybe page not refresh completely. So first I copy the record of contact one. This is a contact record I am opening, and let me copy this record of contact and go, and here I will pass. So this ID I am sending to the API will return. Returning data I want to display in the console log. Okay, so let's first clear the console so that I will get the newly response data here. So I clear all of the console. So as per my requirement, I am passing data and returning. So returning data I am displaying inside the stringify here. This is my console log, this is my data. Okay, so now let's click. Yeah, you can see this is my response data variable. This return value displaying here. Here I am passing only ID and API returning data, email, this one, job, this one, name returning first name and last name both, and this is a response ID 159. This is a response ID.
That is external ID, right?
This is a response ID. Response ID coming from each and every time response ID will generate new. Okay.
But as of now, it is the external ID only, right?
Yeah,
On
this is
the
external
contact.
ID. This is external ID. If you refreshing and executing once again, this ID will change because each and every time response ID will newly generated.
Yes, got.
Okay, so this ID, this data displaying, actually this data returning from the API, and now I displaying in the JSON.stringify for the testing purpose. Now I will pass this data into the component. So Vivek and Rachna got how to pass, how to get data from API to component.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now objective is I get the data from response from API. So how to display that value in the component? You can see this is a response data I created as a track variable. So I will call this variable into the component. So I want to display below the button. This is a button. Below the button I want to display data. So first this is a button. I will create br, give the space, okay. So use b response data as a heading. And first I will create a table. Class SLDS, table SLDS, table call bordered SLDS, table bordered tr, table of row, then table of head. Inside the table of head I want to display heading. So strong, I want to display heading as a strong, bold. Name, so name, email, phone, job and record ID, response ID. So name, email, name, email, phone, job, and response ID. Okay, response ID. Response ID, that means this one. Now I want to display dynamically value. So how to display dynamically value? Use template. And here if true equal to, here I will pass variable. This variable store the result data, because this variable I am storing the value that is returning the API. So this variable I am passing inside the variable. Here down use tr and td, table of data, and here I will pass dynamically value. So this is a object, this is a variable dot, and this is a wrapper field name. This is a wrapper name, email, phone, job, ID, because I am storing data inside the wrapper. You can see this is a wrapper field, and inside the wrapper field I am assigning the value. So inside the wrapper field I am assigning the value. So this wrapper field name I will call into the component. Okay, so this is the name of the wrapper. So in the component you need to pass the wrapper field name, not a contact field name. Okay, Rachna and Vivek,
Yes.
not assign a field of contact, assign the wrapper field, because I am storing value inside the wrapper field. So this is the name of the wrapper field. Okay, so name, email, phone, job and response ID. Okay, now save, deploy to code. Okay, deploy successfully. Now let's refresh once again. This time returning data display on the component. My battery goes down. Okay, let me check first. So now this is my component ID. This is a record ID of the contact. Now pass the contact ID here, and both will check both. I will check console.log because I am not removing the console.log here. This is my console.log, and I will check in both value will be same. So now click. Value display, but I think data not refresh proper. In the component, this is my object. One by one I am passing data. Okay, fine. Now let me refresh, pass the ID of contact and send data. Send data. So why not displaying my heading? Actually, this is my response data. So why not displaying response data?
Can you refresh it? I think it is not refreshed.
Actually, my component not refreshing, not reflecting my updated HTML value, because in the component here I am using a title and table, so it should display. If deploy the code once again, let me remove कैसे in history. Why not reflecting?
Maybe log out and log in.
Let me check. Yeah, this time my component visual. Okay, this is a table. So once click on the button, my response data will display below the table in the next row. So now pass the data. This is the ID of the contact. Okay, now clear. So now it will display both console log as well as table. Both data will same. Now click. Yeah, you can see name, email, phone not coming, because if you checking the record, phone not, the value of phone not here, so it's displayed null. Job sales for developer, because in the Apex class controller I am passing a value as a sales for developer. This one job I am passing sales for developer as a custom. Rest of the data coming from the object of the contact. Job I am passing a custom value, so I display custom value. And phone, in this record phone not exist, so phone display blank. And this is a response ID. This is a response ID. If you check this ID, it will automatically reflect. This is if you check this record ID I am passing. So if you refresh this page, this value automatically reflect. You can see 38. So 38 coming from the response ID. If you check another one contact, let's suppose this one. So in the here you can see this external ID is blank. Phone ID. Let me check why such as a record. There already exists phone number. Yeah, this is a phone number. This is a email ID. This is already exist. So now let me pass. This ID will automatically updated newly one. So go. Now clear the console. This one. Before it is a 653. Okay. Now it will updated newly one and display here. Pass. It's written 510. Here you can see also 510. And this is a name, email, phone. This coming from the that is returning from the external API. This is a 510. If you checking the contact, this is my previous value. If refresh, it will automatically display newly value. This is a 510. Okay. So now part is how to display sending data. Please wait like this. Before returning the value, I want to display loading. So how to display loading value? So for display the spinner loading, you can put anything. You can put a name, you can put a spinner loading, you can put a pop-up, you can put a data, anything. Before returning value, I want to display sending data, please wait. So first I will create another one variable. Let's suppose I am creating track is loading. This is a variable. So Vivek and Rachna got how does work REST API integration, how to display data in the LWC component.
Yes, Vijay.
Yes.
Now I am going to learn how to display waiting message. Once click of the button, before returning a data, I will display this message. Once returned successfully, this message will hide. Okay. So now this working on this part. So here I am creating a is loading as a variable. Here passing by default false. Okay. So once it gets false, it will hide. Once it gets true, it will display. Okay. So by default, I am passing the value is loading false, and where I will call this button where I am click. Once click the button, this is a method. Method will get the data. So before get the data, I want to display, and once data load successfully in this track variable, that means load data come successfully, that time I will hide. So this is a process. So once click on the button, that means I am sending the data. So that time I will display true. That means I will display. Once this is a method. This method get the data from response, and response data will store inside this value. So this value, this data variable I am calling into the component. That means returns data stored inside the variable. So once data stored successfully, then here I will be hide the loading. So by default boolean, I am creating a boolean. It is a boolean true and false is loading. So this boolean variable I will pass here. This dot is loading equal to true, and here once get success, after that here I will use comment this one, and here once get success I will hide. That means if you assign the value false, that means it will hide. If you assign the value true, that means it will display. Okay, now go to HTML part component. So where I want to display, this is my table, this is my response data. You can use style margin, because you can see in the component the title and table, there is no space between title and table. So I want to give a space, margin bottom, let's suppose giving 20 pixel. Okay, and here this is a table, response data. You can display here button. This is a table. Here I will create another one template. Template if true equal to, this time I will pass boolean variable is loading, this one, and here simply pass p and pass the message you want to display. Here I want to display sending data, please wait. This message I want to display, and pass style, color red, font weight bold. Okay, now save, deploy to code. Battery running low. Code successfully deploy So now let me refresh. Give me 1 minute, guys. Let me adapter charger.
Sure, sir.
Give me 1 minute. Hello friends. Hi Vivek and Rachna. यार क्या हो गया? So friends, hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me deploy to code. I already deployed, right? Yeah. Now refresh the page. This time it will display loading image. This one, this message will display before once click of the button before returning the data it will
Are
display
you
once
sharing
returned data
your screen?
successfully.
We are not able to see.
Sir, I am hearing your echo. Your voice
Yeah,
twice.
same
Okay,
for
okay,
me
okay.
too.
Sorry. Now able to see?
Yes.
Okay. So data already deployed successfully. Now I adding a template. Once click the button, this message will display before returning the data. Once returned successfully, it will automatically hide. So now refresh. Copy the ID, pass, click. You can see sending data and display. Before sending, my response, my message displaying. Once returned successfully, it will automatically hide. See Rachna and Vivek,
Yes.
please. Once I passing another one. Uh, let's click once again on the button. Check here. This message will display before inserting, before passing the data. Once returned successfully, it will automatically hide. Click button. See sending data. Because I am working on the local. If you are working on the live server, there is a long data displaying. That time it will display 1 milliseconds. But my data is little slow. Only one record data, so it returns very fast.
Okay.
Okay. If you returning data, huge of returning data, numbers of record returning data, and that time it will display little bit display stay. But in my case, there are only one record and working on the local server, so it's getting too much fast. But function working proper. Okay, Vivek and Rachna.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Sir, we can also add a delay for some time, right?
Delay that means no delay not. You need to pass process are same.
Okay.
If you want to pass the delay database, you need to use set time ID.
Right, sir.
But set time not required here.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So time is today feedback. What to learn,
So can we
how was
just
today's
like
sessions. So first go
review
to
the
Vivek.
last? Can you just quickly review, sir?
Actually, battery going down.
All right,
Only
sir.
10%. Yeah, only 10% battery. It will shut down after 5 minutes.
So you said you were putting on charge.
Tomorrow I will quick review the code.
Okay, sir.
Before the session, tomorrow I will quick review the code. Okay? Because battery not spare. Okay, so first, how are today's session? Before I starting the session tomorrow, I will quick review the code. Okay? So Rachna and Vivek, how was today's session?
Yeah, it's good. I learned that REST API concept and learned that how we can fetch in the AWS component. Yeah,
Okay,
that was new for me. And that
this is
message
not new for
also,
you.
yeah, that we are sending that message and we can see that message.
Okay. So any confusion dot? Clear everything?
Yeah, I have to see the code and all once again. But yeah, it's clear.
Okay. So keep practice in your system.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now go to Vivek. Hi Vivek.
Hi, sir.
How was today's session? What you learned?
Sir, the session was good. I mean, yeah, the last class you told us executing the callouts via the anonymous window. Then only I my next curiosity was to pass the data from the LWC itself. So I tried to work on it and get the result. So it was kind of a refresher for me. But yeah, it was good. The part wherein you add that is loading, I need to check that. For that, like we have just added a boolean and then we are like making it true and it's below the table, right, sir?
Yes, yes.
Okay. We need not to like have it in the table.
So Vivek and Rachna, tomorrow will be 10th day of the master class and last day.
Sir, it
So
was
tomorrow
9 days.
in the starting, I will quick review the code for the today sessions, and tomorrow I will cover platform event. How does work platform event in Salesforce LWC?
Okay, sir.
So please don't miss tomorrow session. Tomorrow session will very important. Tomorrow we'll learn how does work platform event in LWC.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for joining the session.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.